All right, Monarchs, welcome to the second video for lesson 2.3, solving multi-step equations. In the first video, we went through those 5 rules at the top, and then we went through example 1a, and it started example 1b, so that's where we will pick up is example 1b. If you have not watched video 1 for lesson 2.3, please do that now. Okay, so as when we started this problem before, we realized there was no distributive property in this problem, so I do not need to worry about that. But there are like terms on the same side of the equal sign that I can combine. I need a same side simplify. That's my second rule. Okay. So when I same side simplified, I got 7x minus 3x. Since they both have an x. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Since they both have an x, I can combine them. So I just do 7 minus 3, which is 4, and then I add the x on. Okay, so I have 4x. Then I just brought down this minus 8, my equals sign, and my 24. And now I have a problem that looks similar to our two-step equations. Okay, so first, in order to get this x by itself, I need to kick out what's not attached to it, which is this minus 8. And the way that I move things across the equal sign is I do the opposite operation. So the opposite of a minus 8 would be a plus 8. So I'm going to go plus 8, plus 8, okay? Whatever I do on one side of the equal sign, I have to do on the other. Negative 8 plus 8 cancels out, that is 0. So I bring down my 4x, my equals sign, and then 24 plus 8 is 32. But I'm not done yet because this 4 is still attached to my x. My x is not by itself. In order to get my x by itself, I need to move this 4 to the other side of the equal sign. So I need to do the opposite operation that is happening here. I know since this 4 is right next to my x, it is multiplying my x, and the opposite of multiplication is division. So I know I need to divide 4 on both sides. Okay. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. That cancels out. I'm left with x equals, and 32 divided by 4 is 8. Okay, so our correct answer to that problem would be x equals 8. All right, and that was a multi-step equation. Let's move on to 1c. So 1c, just like all of these other problems, I need to go through my checklist and see what I need to do first. So first I need to see if I have any distributive property to remove, and I do not see any parentheses, so I know there is no distributive property for this problem. Okay, so now I need to see if I can same side simplify, combine like terms on the same side of the equal sign. So I see that I have a q as my variable. I don't see any other q's, but I do have 2 numbers that do not have variables attached to them. They are constants, which means I can combine them. Okay, remember if we have 2 numbers that don't have variables attached to them, we can combine them. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm first going to same side simplify. I'm going to combine 6 minus 5, and that'll give me 1. Okay, 6 minus 5 is 1. So now I have 11 equals 2q plus 1. Okay, so now it looks like a normal two-step equation. So now I simply need to solve for 2. Or for q rather, I need to solve for q. I need to get q by itself. Okay, in order to get q by itself, first I want to move what is not attached to my variable. That is this plus 1. In order to move it, I need to do the opposite operation. The opposite of a plus 1 would be a minus 1. So I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides of the equal sign. Okay, 1 minus 1 is 0. I get 2q and equals, and 11 minus 1 is 10. Okay, so now that I have 10 equals 2q, I need to figure out how to move this 2 to the equal sign to get my q by itself. So I know that anytime I have a number next to my variable, that is multiplication, right? This number is multiplying my variable. Okay, so in order to undo multiplication, I need to do the opposite operation. The opposite operation of multiplication is always going to be division. So I need to divide by the number that is multiplying my variable. So I need to divide both sides of the equation by 2. Okay, so 2 divided by 2 is 1. That cancels out, so I'm just left with q and my equals sign. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So the correct answer to this problem would be q equals 5 or 5 equals q, either way. Sorry, that's a bad q, but this is a q. Okay, so 5 equals q or q equals 5. All right. So in the next video, I will try to get through D, E, and F. Okay. All right, so stay tuned for the next video for lesson 2.3.